Today my classmates and I took part in a bias game of touch football. Whether or not the referee was making bias calls for or against our team, we all experienced changes in our motivation, team cohesion, anxiety and arousal levels. When our team had the referee on our side making bias calls, I found we had majority of the ball and were having fun scoring tries. This gave everyone on the team increased arousal levels and a strong feeling of wanting to be there playing, which in turn increased motivation and performance levels. However, when the referee was on the other side making biased decisions, we did not have the majority of the ball. This made everyone's heads drop and gave them no desire to be there, decreasing motivation and performance. During the time when the referee was on our side, the team cohesion displayed by our team was elevated, but not as high as it could be. This could have been because a large portion of the team had far too high arousal levels and too low anxiety levels from the amount of fun they were having, making them think they could run through the opposition without using basic techniques that would benefit the team. After swapping the referee, team cohesion lowered dramatically due to the fact that no matter what we did, we could not win or even score. This increased anxiety levels and made people dawdle in defence and offence and not work as a team.
There we go. Ready?
Today the class underwent a touch football lesson in which the main focus was to be pumped up. This was done by playing music, team talks, having crowds and human tunnels. These four things had a huge impact on performance levels. As people began to get in a pumped up state, everyone's arousal was increased to high levels. For some, it was evident that these things also increased their levels of anxiety, putting pressure on themselves to perform. As each game started, high arousal and anxiety levels made for good gameplay, which then led on to higher levels of motivation. From there, a good balance of motivation, anxiety and arousal was established, which then allowed for outstanding team cohesion. Each team displayed at least basic touch football techniques, however, the more advanced teams showed class in higher level moves better than they had ever attempted.
Let's see that side.
Today's touch football lesson was a very basic lesson, where teams were picked and some students were appointed as referees and sent off to do nothing but play a game all lesson. Because of the fact this lesson was so laid back and basic, arousal levels were low as well as anxiety levels. This induced poor motivation throughout the entire group. As everyone lacked anxiety, arousal and motivation, this made for poor team cohesion. Nobody felt like playing, making the game flow poor and slow. After experiencing four completely different coaching styles, I found that using techniques to get players pumped up is the best way to get maximum performance out of players. While in a state of being pumped up, anxiety and arousal levels are high and at a good balance to get great amounts of motivation and team cohesion.